Bingo Blitz rules.
If your bingo has ads in it,
That's not a bingo.
if it doesn't have the coolest tournaments, mini games, and the most breathtaking design,
Nope, not a bingo.
if your bingo moment makes you feel so excited that you just want to burst in joy and scream out loud, bingo! Sorry, so you're playing...
Bingo Blitz? Now that's a bingo. Go for a world of excitement with Bingo Blitz, the #1 free bingo game. Download Bingo Blitz and play for free.
Now that's a bingo.
What up, y'all? It's Joe Budden, here to talk about Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to win real money while watching football. You can get up to 100 times your money.
Prize Picks will give you $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Just download the Prize Picks app and use code SPOTIFY. That's code SPOTIFY on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play a $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Being a marketer's no sweat. You just have to manage dozens of channels, launch hundreds of campaigns, score thousands of leads, and okay, fine, it's a lot of sweat. Unless you have HubSpot's AI-powered marketing tools to help you do all that and more. Get started at HubSpot.com/marketers.
Hey, everybody. Did you miss us?
Long time no here.
And we're here now.
Yeah.
Baby, we're back. And it's time for Fisting Friday, where we read the results of an episode of Fisting Friday.
Some
what
episode.
Am I wrong? It's episode 90, whatever that means.
Yeah. I told the people in our Patreon that I had a family issue, and so that's why we didn't have any new episodes. But I'm in Arkansas. We're dealing with it. Here we are.
I was ready in like our Monopoly group chat if anyone was like, Melissa, and I was about to be like, everybody, don't attack Melissa's landmarks. But no one did. And I was like, okay, and now this makes sense because you said that in the Patreon
and
group.
Diana said, nobody will attack you.
Yeah, because
thank you.
I was like,
but then I accidentally attacked other people, but whatever.
That's, you know what? And that's allowed.
Yeah. Also, it's Black History Month, so attacking is anti-Black.
I wholeheartedly agree. Did you see that video of the guy who was like, for Black History Month, and on Black History Month, we're doing a video every day about things I love about Black people. And so I saw it for the first time with the stitch with the Black woman just being like, uh-oh. And then he goes on and says, and he says that his favorite thing, he's like, I love when, oh God, what was, he's like, there's nothing that makes me feel more successful, important, and like I'm doing a good job than when I'm dancing and a Black woman says, okay, white boy. And the woman starts laughing, and there she was like, okay. And then he did like another one. He goes, I just want to apologize. I'm so sorry if that was not like, if I was doing it, I did it wrong. And just all of the stitches I saw were of like Black women being like, and then being like, okay. And they're like, well, now I know that like, okay, I guess you might be able to dance.
Maybe.
Yeah. Or enough that you're either so good, you're either good enough that's like recognition, or you're so bad, but you're trying so hard.
You're trying so hard.
And you're entertaining either way.
Yep. Well, here we go. Episode 90. You're up first.
Me, Megan, wants more women to be comfortable fighting men. 3% said I was wrong. 97% said I was not wrong. And some write-ins we had for this one. See also Bob's Drag Queen's TikTok, vulnerable people defending themselves. It's great. That was how I saw, I think that was like one of the second videos I saw was Bob's video.
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't you mentioned it?
I think I might have.
You did.
Yeah, that was like my intro to this video was not the original. And Bob was one of the first ones. So if anyone else hasn't seen it, it's great. There's a lot of tips that Bob gives. And we got to be fighting. Someone also said, I inherited both my parents' anger issues. I will not hesitate to fight a man, especially if he's being a prick to women. And yeah, everyone else was like, hard agree, would fight. Like I would, at that point, like even if I didn't like the girl, even if I like hated her, I hate the man more.
Yeah. I know how to throw some hands. I've never actually hit anybody, but I know how to throw a punch. You do too.
I do. I'm not going to talk about any of the physical altercations I've gotten into because I don't know the statute of limitations.
Okay. Moving on.
It's just high school. And there's a reason why I don't drink anymore. Okay, everybody? It's a little too fiery already.
Next up is me. Melissa wants people to stop asking coworkers about their colleagues' side gigs. Who was wrong? 5% said I was wrong. 95% said I was not wrong.
I didn't see any write-ins at this one.
Me either.
Think you're just right. Then we writer number 2 versus boyfriend who is
Wait,
friends.
where's writer number 1?
Oh, I forgot to put it back in here. So I just forgot to upload. Like I made it and then I just I guess I didn't.
But
click
later.
It.
Yeah.
No, I know. And so then I added it later. So if anyone didn't see, so it's gonna be in the wrong order. But just know that I did it, I think, a day later. And thank you to the person who said, "Hey, where's writer number 1?" I love when so many of our listeners, viewers, they'll be like, I don't want to stress them out or whatever. But if I do something wrong like this, or if it's not in the highlights, please message me. It's not a conscious choice. I fucked up. I forgot. Or I didn't notice. Okay, so writer number 1 versus quote unquote losing X's keys. 81% said the writer is wrong. 19% said the writer is not wrong. And we got a message from said writer saying, I'm the writer and I think I was wrong. It was honestly embarrassing hearing how irrational the idea was when someone else was reading it. I appreciated the honesty. It also felt really good to have the work I've done for myself validated, so thank you for that. I've come so far from where I was when I left that relationship, and I'm really fucking proud of that. Revenge will not serve me. I still have ways to go. I still have a ways to go on this journey, but I'm doing it for mystery.
Maybe they meant myself.
And okay, I was I couldn't even. That makes more sense. As of sending the messages, 23% of the vote says not wrong. Folks, do not do this. It is a very bad idea. I am wrong. Turn on the 10-minute version of All Too Well, scream into a pillow or something. Much healthier, much more legal, and therapy if it's accessible to you. Sometimes all it takes is hearing either your voice on Don't Blame Me or hearing us read it out loud, and then you go, fuck, this is not, before they even go into their thoughts. Not it. Someone else said, I don't think the writer's wrong for wanting to get vengeance, but them living their life and thriving without thinking about their ex is the best.
Then we have writer number 2 versus boyfriend who is friends with his roommate. 80% said the writer is wrong. 20% said the writer is not wrong.
I'm only saying she's not wrong because I'm curious as to why her boyfriend is roommates with only a female, but I think she's wrong in the fact of wanting him to ignore her / not be friendly. I do. Everybody, it's incorrect for us to call human women female because
unless you say a female human.
Yeah, exactly. Because the characteristic of woman, therefore, is that denotes the human part.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I would say that I guess to that, I'm curious too, but it's the same extent of who knows?
I had a male roommate, and he literally, a male man roommate, a male human roommate, and he, his sister was his roommate, and then she had moved home, and so then I was just subleasing the room from her until she came back 6 months later, and it was just he picked me. It wasn't I'm trying to fuck them type of thing.
No,
it was
totally.
just
a good roommate is a good roommate. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
What's your vibe or your genitalia.
Yeah.
And if you vibe with your roommate.
Yeah. When I moved to LA, when I was looking for roommates, it was a lot of mix of people. It wasn't some place that I go, it'd be 2 guys and a girl, and then, looking for another roommate, or a guy and a girl, or just guys looking for a roommate. And it wasn't there. It was just somebody that could pay the other part of the rent.
Yeah. Someone also said, which is a great point, and I thought about, and I don't think either of us, maybe we said as someone who's a woman and lives with a man, never would I be attracted to him. The writer's forgetting that she lives with him, which means she sees his dirty dishes, sees how he operates when the girlfriend isn't around, probably sees his pee on the toilet. The roommate sees how the boyfriend acts when he's trying to look good for the girl. Also, did the writer even say if the roommate was straight, which is a very valid point. And that assumption that, and also, I do always think that sometimes okay, we should just not assume that everybody is it's also kind of weird and insulting to be I'm actually just not attracted to your boyfriend, but I don't know how to tell you that. It's we see the people that we love through those rose-colored glasses, and everyone else maybe is no, not my vibe, but happy for you though.
Yep.
So I guess we now have the writer, which I can't believe.
All right, here's the writer. Hello again. I emailed in recently for my boyfriend watches movies with his female roommate, and I have a small update. In hindsight, I was very much wrong. Thank you for your wonderful perspectives to help me see that. You gave me a wider view of the situation and helped me come to the realization that my opinions were actually rooted in misogyny, an uncomfortable but necessary truth I had to be told. Megan's point of what we assume about other women is assumed about us really helped challenge my attitude and outlook. I never thought to look at the situation like, wow, I'm happy to have a boyfriend who creates an environment that women feel safe in. To conclude, Megan and Melissa are yet to be wrong about anything ever. Heart emoji.
I'm so happy. I'm not like, obviously, I love when we're, not wrong. But I'm always very happy when people are receptive to that. And like, we're not misleading someone into like a bad situation, but it's more so, this weight is lifted off my shoulders now.
Right.
Like I see this in a different light that is a much better for my mental health and my day-to-day existence.
Yeah. I like when people's perspectives are shifted once they're not like seeing red.
Yeah, no, and we all have that feeling about certain things, and like it feels so good. It's such a fucking relief. So I love when we can help provide that for people or aid in getting to that point. Then we have my wrong of the week. I nominated Roxanne Duquette, and 97% said Roxanne is wrong. 3% said Roxanne is not wrong. And I should make sure everyone knows that all 5 of those people who voted that she is not wrong did message and said, this is probably the worst thing that I've said that accidentally misclicked. Like, this is really bad. I'm so sorry. So for everyone's peace of mind, no one actually thinks that she's not wrong. And justice for that man who that article kept referencing as the actor from the soap, as opposed to the impersonator of that actor from the soap.
Mm-hmm. I gotta ask inside sources about that one.
I know. I wonder if like him and his team like debated like, should I make a statement like like this isn't me. Also, like, gotta get them on an episode of Catfish.
Yeah. Yep.
That's such a good crossover.
It really is. And then wrong of the week, the ones that I nominated, people that got married at the Mansion Society. Who's wrong? 100% said these people are wrong. 0% said these people are not wrong.
I just need you guys to know I got married at the actual venue next to the coffee shop. God. Some of my detail shots are from the inside of the coffee shop too, but it was before these new owners took over. So it was used to just be like a lounge for apartments that's also in the building. Anyway, it's been fun to see the community support the coffee shop. And I was like, no fucking way. And like, there are people who respond to like a bunch of our stories or who are like very active, even if they're not in our Patreon where they are. And like, this is someone who like, I'm like, they respond to a lot. I'm like, I recognize the username. And so I'm like, oh my God, you got married. And like, it's just so crazy. So it was great. I wrote down something to talk about that now I have to take off because it happened where I was like in the whole Nicki Minaj, which everyone, we're not going to get into because we're not trying to get doxxed. But
no,
you know,
thank you. But I truly want to, and I started making notes for But Am I Wrong the day that everything starts spiraling, and it was already at 4 pages, and we hadn't even got to someone specific. I don't know if you can even call it a diss track. Their spoken word, I guess. I don't know what it was. No, it's like
a Gabby Hanna Rice Gum.
Yeah. Video. And it was already 4 pages. So, but we have spoken very verbally about our dislike of this person anyway, and our love of the other person.
So like, there's no hiding where we stand. But like, when fandoms have search, like Google alerts on, and it's like at the height and the peak of that, like, yeah, we're gonna die down, and then on the off season, in the low season, like, no, we talk about it constantly. Like, we've said this over and over again. But I literally wrote down, how the hell has Azalea Banks not commented on it? And I was like, bitch, I have to take this off because
yes, she did.
She came
People were like, they that she was awoken, and
it was like, first of all, Troye Sivan caught so much more heat for just being a twink. Then I was just like, like, when Azalea Banks gentle parents you, I was like, this is wild. Like,
right.
we're at a new level. And she's like, let's be nice. Like, essentially, like, everybody, she's broke. Like, she was like, she's so poor. And I was like, what? Like it was like that was the whole gist of it, and I was just like, oh my god, Azalea Banks is showing restraint and really talking about the financials. Like, okay, like this is not exactly how I predicted it to go. But I thought it was, and there are I saw on online that there are other podcast hosts who are saying like Team Nikki, like, and when I say other podcast hosts, I mean other people who look like me and who are not really involved in listening and consuming to any of this music.
Okay.
But we're saying, yeah, Team Nikki.
What?
Can you imagine? First of all, like, can you imagine coming up with a take and choosing a side in one of like the I would say in one of the most so clearly documented, not even feuds, but like of the background storylines, arcs of each of the individuals, having all that information, not even like at your disposal, but like pushed to the top of your news feeds. There's no way you can plead ignorance and be like, oh, I didn't know that one of them is married to a pedophile and the other one was shot and been told she was not a real victim and all of those kinds of things. And I'm like, and you pick the other. Are you kidding?
I don't even follow that other woman. Like anything that I hear about her, it's because it has been put up upon me.
So I'm saying you can't escape it.
You can't escape it. So it doesn't make any sense for them
I'm like,
to know.
So you're picking her side because of this?
Yeah.
I'm looking at you different now. You know?
Yikes.
And also, no, sorry, go ahead.
I just said yikes.
Well, and also, I did also recently learn about the term Meghan's Law. And I will stop saying that Murphy's Law should instead be called Meghan's Law because I didn't know that there was a real Meghan's Law.
I didn't know there was a real one either.
Yeah. So anytime that I've said that, if you've heard me say it prior, just know that that was not what the reference was. It was a Murphy's Law kind of a thing. And yeah. And I also saw where like the funniest thing to me, I was like, okay, getting mad. What is like, there's a phrase like hit dogs holler like that. And if the shoe fits, there you go. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. I'm like, okay, so clearly you opting in for this without being name checked.
Because it could have been anybody.
Well, no, that's what I was going to say. Everyone's like, first of all, it was whoever was going to talk about it first. Like, you didn't even have to say anything because like there's a long list and it doesn't even have to be about one person. But when you suddenly go, this is about me, all of those other people are going, whew, cool, bullet dodge. And I'm like,
because the whole song itself could have been, except for like the last couple lines, could have been about one specific person.
Which person is that?
Another person that we both despise. That was slinging his floppity flippity flop.
His
all over the
Laffy Taffy. He was tying it up in a little bow, flipping and flinging. That little silly
and blowing
string.
In the wind.
Yeah. He was whipping it.
Bobbleheading.
Exactly. And for the record, Melissa and I don't believe it's real.
Nope. Where are the balls?
Where are the balls? Show me the balls. Don't look up people's nudes, everyone. It is
No. I came upon it on accident. It was purely, I was like, why is this trending? And there it was.
Here's the thing. Before Elon Musk took over Twitter, I had all of those results filter, all of those things like videos. I don't want to see things automatically play. I want to be able to have content warnings before. Once he joined on, those things are now since gone, and I was accosted with that video relentlessly to the point where I'm like, I can't go on Twitter today. I couldn't not. It was everywhere. He felt violated, and I felt violated.
Yuck.
In the words of Kiki Palmer, yuck. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I also went on a deep dive. I've always loved this person for like, I don't know, the last couple of years. And I had loved them before, but now I have that was like a passive love. Like I enjoyed what they made. And now like I enjoy them as like an artist and a human. And I've just done a deep dive on T-Pain.
Oh yeah.
Do you know T-Pain is like very active in like the Reddit community? And he like posts his cars and then people are like, oh my God, like people will like be like, this car is so ugly. And someone's like, dude, this is T-Pain. They're like, I am so sorry, Mr. Payne. Like, I actually like your car. And he's like, that's fine. That's okay. And like him and his wife play Animal Crossing, and he like goes into her little village and like leaves her the things before, but he also invites people to play Animal Crossing with him. And there was like this whole Reddit subreddit, I think it was a pop culture subreddit, but a post where people were like, what is like a celebrity who you've heard about has done something or did something that changed your mind, good or bad, about them? And there were so many about T-Pain, and someone was like, he went to go get a new iPhone or his like iPhone fixed at the Apple Store, and he bought us all burritos, like everyone who worked there. And I was like, oh, how do you do that? Like, do you order them there? Like, and he just seemed like such a nice person. And Mons and I've been listening to his covers constantly, and he's just like, he's my new one. And you know how everyone keeps calling baby girl, and I'm just saying T-Pain is, Jacob Elordi can be all of y'all's baby girl. T-Pain is my baby girl.
He's so fun. Yeah, I've been, when he joined TikTok, that's when, since I've been like really looking into him, and I like that he's like singing more without auto-tune because he has a really great voice.
Beautiful voice.
Yeah, and him and his wife have been together since they were like teenagers.
I know. We were looking it up because Mats and I will have nights where we either just watch a bunch of like movie trailers or we watch a bunch of music videos. And we were doing music videos. We were watching T-Pain music videos because why not? Mm-hmm. And Mats was like, who did he marry? And I like look, and I was like, he's been with the same woman forever. And he was like, what? Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, it was wild. And he's just like so good. And you know, eventually we should go, because I'm pretty sure a lot of the time when he's singing live, he's doing jazz night at the W.
Oh,
pretty sure we should, if that's, cause if I'm not wrong, he's done that a couple times. We should go because he's so good. And also I heard that the reason why he did autotune is everyone was using it, but no one was saying it. And so then he was like, I'm going to overtly use it. And people were like, oh my God, this is so bad. But then would want him on all the hooks and like want that sound. And like they were still using it. And apparently one of the people who was like really hated on him was Usher.
Yeah.
I was like, Usher?
Yeah, I remember that.
You're both children. Play nice. They're both so young. They were so young. Anyways.
Usher's going on tour.
Really?
Yeah.
Vegas to Super Bowl to tour?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot.
Yeah. But good for him.
No, very much good for him. I'm just like, did you get like a hip replacement? Like, what's the... He's like ready to move. Like, I'm saying, like, it's just like, it feels like.
I think the Vegas residency reinvigorated him.
Okay, yeah. You remember like oh shit, I like this.
Yeah, I think it was like, people love me.
Yeah,
let me go make some more money.
Because it's just impressive. You rarely hear people who like go from like the cushy lifestyle of a residency back to like tour. But that makes sense if that was he was like, oh shit, this is actually fun and I enjoy this.
Yeah, so I'm excited. And it'll be in September. Yep.
Fun.
I got a few tours I'll be going on this summer. I won't say another one because I don't want to hear your mouth.
I'm not going to say it because I'm protecting you.
I don't need to be protected. I don't know how many times I have to tell you this. I'm not afraid.
That's fair. That is fair. Happy for you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I hope it's everything you wish for.
It will be because I've seen him 3 times. Wow. And I will continue to see him.
What location are you going to?
LA.
Okay.
Why should I go somewhere else?
No, I don't know. I don't know if it was hard to get tickets.
I haven't even tried yet.
Well, anything else, or should we let the people go? And
we'll let them go. And we'll see them on Monday.
Weekend. Yes, we will. We will see you on Monday. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. And have fun. Live your life.
Bye.
Bye.
What's up, everyone? It's Noah Daniels.
Hey, y'all. I'm JJ.
Hey, guys. It's Kat.
And we're your hosts of the Real Hauntings podcast, where we bring on guests to share their first-hand encounter ghost stories and supernatural experiences. Now on to the trailer.
I've been warned to not tell this story, but
I think because of the way it ends, it's okay to tell this story, because some people say that with certain entities, to like speak of them or talk about them or in any way like portray them as powerful will attract them to other people. The creepiest thing about it to me is a lot of times it would wait for me to notice it. Like it would just lay its arm out like this, and then I'd be like, where is it? Where is it? And then I'd see it, and then it would just slither back.
For more information on the Real Hauntings, Real Ghost Stories podcast, make sure you check out real.fm to learn more about our podcast and many other amazing podcasts.
Hi, this is Rob Benedict.
And I am Richard Spate. We were both on a little show you might know called Supernatural.
It had a pretty good run, 15 seasons, 327 episodes.
And though we have seen, of course, every episode many times, we figured, hey, now that we're wrapped, let's watch it all again.
And we can't do that alone, so we're inviting the cast and crew that made the show along for the ride. We've got writers, producers, composers, directors, and we'll of course have some actors on as well, including some certain guys that played some certain pretty iconic brothers.
It was kind of a little bit of a left field choice in the best way possible.
The note from Kripke was, he's great, we love him, but we're looking for like a really intelligent Duchovny type.
With 15 seasons to explore, it's going to be the road trip of several lifetimes. So please join us and subscribe to Supernatural Then and Now.
Listening to a podcast should be time well spent, and I promise it will be if you'll give this podcast a try. It's called Something You Should Know. I'm the host, Mike Carruthers, and in every episode, I talk with leading experts on topics I know you will find fascinating. From why people can't keep secrets, what your favorite music says about you, why your pet acts in strange ways, and so much more. Something You Should Know is designed to give you information you can use in your life and give you great intel that you can share with others. I'm told it's a binge-worthy podcast. And with over 1,000 episodes, there's a lot to binge on. Something You Should Know has been ranked in the top of the Apple Podcast charts consistently for a long time. I know you're going to like this. I just need to get you to try it. Something You Should Know. It's available wherever you listen to podcasts.